finest Layer 1 blockchain of UFC. Charles Oliveira is 33. Islam Makhachev will be 31.
Around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Etihad Arena in Yes Island, Abu Dhabi. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 154 and 1.5 pounds. Fighting out of Moscow, Russia, presenting the Combat Sambo World and European Champion and the number 4 ranked lightweight contender in the world, Islam Makhachev. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter, holding a professional record, 33 wins, 8 losses, 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 154 and 1.5 pounds. Fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, presenting the former UFC lightweight champion, Charles
Mixed martial arts at its finest. Two of the best in a division ubiquitously regarded as the best in the sport. Islam Makhachev, the -195 betting favorite to become a first-time UFC champion against the credentialed Charles "Dubrux" Oliveira, who's +165. Oliveira in yellow, Makhachev in red. Tonight's Fight Clock is brought to you by Timex. Shop the full collection on Timex.com. Use code UFC280 for 20% off today and tomorrow.
Expect Oliveira to move forward.
Islam with a big left hand early.
It looked like he hurt him. Let's see what Oliveira does as approach as he's on his back again.
Under 2 minutes here to go, round one. Khabib shouting instructions right there to his brother Makhachev.
And you see Islam move Charles towards the corner where he can take the instructions. If Charles Oliveira stays here, it's because he wants to be here. He has so many skills off of his back to try to change position. Islam stacking him. Gotta make sure the hips are covered. You cannot allow someone as good as Duke Bronx to get his hips off to his side. You gotta keep him square.
And pushing him up against the cage is a smart approach. He can't move as much. He's got his head pressed in there. He can feel every motion coming from those hips. He knows what's happening. He knows if he's trying to swivel for an armbar or submission attempt at all.
And this doesn't deter Charles Oliveira. If you remember, Kevin Lee had a lot of success in round one on the ground against Duke Bronx. So he will make the same attacks as the fight goes on.
Strong example right there coming down the stretch of round one. Jason Herzog, you can assure, will give them plenty of time to work here in these situations.
Yeah, these guys wanted to be down here. Charles invited him down, and Islam gracefully gave down. All big shots.
That's something you don't want. You don't want to just continuously be stuck under Islam Makhachev. He's too good here. His base is so strong.
Makhachev keeping that elbow on the chin of Oliveira, now tries to posture up. Charles swivels ahead. Look to land an up kick.
All right, look, this is that big left hand. Nice straight left. Right off the bat. Look at this. We talk a whole lot about Charles Oliveira's striking, and Islam comes out with a nice strike. There he gets a nice takedown, ends up right in half guard, right on top, and pressing Oliveira up against the fence, right in his own corner.
Front kick to the face, okay? You got him in the air. He's faulted, okay? What he wants is that game. When he's on top of you, don't get him to come to you, okay? You're hurting him. Don't get him to get close to you. Listen, you need to come up after him. Don't pressure him. Listen, you need to be more active. Not let him be active. Okay, get him. Watch out on the ground. Okay, watch out.
All right, back to the live action. Round two of a possible 5. Charles Oliveira's corner looking for more output here at the outset of round 2. Kind of feels like Khabib wants this one even more than his own championship wins. Investment doesn't even begin to describe it when it comes to Makhachev's career and his involvement. Another nice stick to by Makhachev early round 2.
Oliveira right back under pressure. Oliveira's corner said he wanted to go. Front kick to the face. Don't allow Makhachev to get close.
Charles trying to get his own takedown.
Look for Islam to try the inside trip to take Oliveira down. As he's in close, he will take that left leg inside to try to sweep him to his back. You know, this is something that
Makhachev is always going to try to close that distance. If he stands too long and he doesn't like what he's seeing.
Charles is just not as reckless as he normally is when he's chasing guys down. I think he's just aware of the takedowns coming in his direction.
Second, he locks up his arm triangle, and like DC talked about, as soon as he even clears the leg, look, Oliveira's already tapping. That's the squeeze and the pressure that Islam Makhachev has. And you know what's funny, Joanne? You could see Khabib could barely contain the smile, even for the walkout for Islam.
Amazing moment. And of course, the late Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, not at all far from the minds of that team and fight fans around the world. He said famously before he passed, when Khabib leaves, Islam will arrive. The arrival is here in earnest. Islam Makhachev, now the hunted, at 155 pounds. Charles Oliveira.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog is going to stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 16 seconds of the second round. Declaring the winner by submission,